Welcome to another episode of our live stream, My Journey to the Trinity. I don't know what I did there, but I did something, messed everything up. Anyway, this is the thumbnail. Mamdani and his trans directors, they're touring the top of the Empire State Building, and it's natural for people to ask, why are they touring the top, the roof of the Empire State Building? That's a good question to ask, and we are going to answer that. We're going to tell you why, and yeah, there it is. For those of you who don't know about this, let me just show you. Amid nationwide attacks on transgender rights, New York Mayor Zoran Mamdani is set to establish the first ever mayor's office of LGBTQIA and affairs, which will also be the first city agency led by a trans person. Mamdani will sign an executive order establishing the office Friday afternoon. And let's see. I don't know, man. I'm trying to show this on Facebook. I'm having trouble getting it on Facebook. Oh, did it work? No, it didn't work. Oh, okay. Okay, it worked on Facebook. Yes, please God. All right. Hello, Travis. God bless you. Yeah, so this is our topic. Mamdani is touring the top of the New York Empire State Building in New York, the tallest building in New York. Well, I think the Freedom Tower is higher, but the Empire State Building has a reputation, and he's touring it with his trans directors. So just looking a little bit into who this trans director is. Okay, that's a guy right there. That's not a girl, that's a guy. Amid nationwide attacks on transgender rights, Zoran Mamdani is set to establish the first ever mayor's office of LGBTQIA plus affairs, which will also be the first city agency led by a trans person. Mamdani will sign an executive order establishing the office Friday afternoon at the Brooklyn Community Pride Center. According to the press release from the mayor's office. And so, sorry, so text from work. So anyway, my question is, what does Islam teach about as a never? Oh, all right. Welcome, Travis. Never go full Muslim. Amen. Yes, you have a very memorable. Who's the one who said that? Who's the one who said never go full Muslim? I know there's one of the. I don't know if it was a God Logic or there's somebody that said never go full Muslim. So I can't remember who it is, but anyway, so Mamdani appointed this. This is a guy, maybe, okay, yeah. I think I've heard him say it. I'm not sure, but anyway, so this is a guy right here. This is not a girl. And first trans. And the question that people might ask is, well, he's also been doing a lot of Islamic stuff lately, big time. He's been doing a lot of Islamic stuff, the Ramadan, inviting Muhammad Khalil to his house. And, he is very outspoken about his Islam, just like Sadiq Khan. And he's not ashamed to say it. He's very proud of it. And it's very clear that he is the mayor of Muslims and not so much Christians. But he is the mayor, okay? And just to say that, because the Bible does say to honor those in authority. So we do honor those in authority, regardless of what we think of them personally. So So anyway, this is his two trans directors, and they're touring the top of the New York Empire State Building. They're looking over New York, and so my question is, well, is this an Islamic thing? Is it consistent with Islam? Is it consistent with Islam to have a trans director and to be pushing this agenda? Is that an Islamic thing? And so I just want to look at a couple things. First of all, this is the director. That's a guy. Okay, it's a guy dressed like a woman. And and I think the one on the right, I'm not 100% sure about the one on the right, but I think the one on the right is also a man dressed as a woman. I'm not 100% sure about the one on the right, though. Okay, but I am, but the one on the left for sure. Here is the article and the picture of the one on the right. And the question that you ask is, does Islam permit this? And I know some of my relatives are electrified by Mamdani being mayor of New York. They love him. But do they love this? Is this consistent with their religion? And so I just want to look at a couple things. Okay, this is a continuation of this. Mamdani will sign an executive order establishing the office Friday afternoon at the Brooklyn Pride Center. From the mayor, Taylor Brown, who's currently Assistant Attorney General in Civil Rights Bureau of the New York State Attorney General's office, will serve as the office director. Per the announcement, the office will oversee initiatives that concerned LGBTQ and New Yorkers, advance anti-discrimination measures, and reinforce sanctuary protections. The city's Extant Unity Project, which also addresses the needs of LGBTQ New Yorkers, will also be absorbed into the newly formed office. In an emailed statement, Brown said, "New York has given me everything, life-giving health care," which I think is the operation, education, yeah, but yay, public schools are responsible for this, a home, yeah, but yay, a career, my chosen family, and a life of purpose. She added, she is so proud to be appointed as the inaugural director of the office. I will work every day to ensure that the doors of New York City remain open to all and continue New York's legacy as a beacon of opportunity and hope. Until Sodom and Gomorrah, I mean, you got to get rid of the Christians who don't agree with that. Okay, and so that will be, in Turkey, Turkey was a secular state. There was a guy. What was the guy's name? Who was the secular president of Turkey? And he really made Turkey a secular state, with equality for Christians and all kinds of stuff. But what was the guy's name? Very famous. Shoot, I forgot his name. But then with Islam, the left always goes along with Islam until Islam gets in power. And once they get in power, they just get rid of the leftists. They get rid of the leftists. And that's what they did in Iran. They took over Iran with the commies, and like they done to New York City. Oh, yeah. And then once they're in power, they go back to what? They go back to what? They go back to tours, lunch dates on the roof of the Empire State Building, tours of the Empire State Building. And why the Empire State Building, dear friends, you ask? Let's look, okay. What's this? Okay. Plus, there's a lot of theories. There's a lot of theories that Netanyahu is dead. Netanyahu's death has been confirmed. Congratulations to the Ummah. This morning, I started getting texts from friends, Muslim friends and ex-Muslim, saying that Netanyahu is dead. Right. Why? I don't know. but I actually do have some video that I think is very important for people to know from Netanyahu himself.
Jesus is the Messiah, and I am a Christian.
Okay. You heard it here, you guys. You don't believe it? You want to hear it?
Jesus is the Messiah, and I am a Christian.
You heard it here first, you guys. So, all right. Well, so the devil is running wild using, I tell you what, the insanity of what's going on is just unbelievable. So, anyway, so let's look at, what does Islam think about this situation right here? This was the actual picture of Mamdani with, you know, and that's why they're touring the roof of the Empire State Building. I'll show you. You'll find out very soon why that is. I made that, so I get to show it again.
Jesus is the Messiah, and I am a Christian.
Messianic Christian, Messianic Jew. All right. Hey, you never know. With what he said the other day, I wouldn't doubt it. So. All right, let's look here. Let's just look at some of the different things that it says in the Quran and Hadith about homosexuality. First of all, let's go ahead and look in the Quran itself. There's a couple of verses about homosexuality in the Quran. Chapter 7, verse 80 to 84. Let's just look at that because it'll. Okay, let's go here. Quran 7, 80 to 84. This is what the Quran. Okay, and you know what? I want to go to the Pickthall version because I don't like the version that they have here. Translation. I don't like the. Oh, really? Okay, no, I got some good ones here. I got Pickthall. Okay, let's look at Pickthall. And Lot, remember when he said to his folk, "Will you commit an abomination such as no creature ever did before you? Lo, you come with lust unto men instead of women. Nay, but ye are all wanton folk." I'm just kind of curious how it says it. إنكم لتأتون الرجال شهوة من دون النساء بل أنتم قوم مسرفون. And the answer of his people was only that they said to one another, "Turn them out of your township. They are folk, forsooth, who are pure, who keep pure." And we rescued him and his household, save his wife, who was of those who stayed behind. And we rained down on them the rain of stones to see what is the end of the mujrimeen, criminals. Okay. There's actually a really, there's another passage that talks about this. Let's look at the Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas is Muhammad's cousin, and he talks about this a little bit. Let's see what he says about this. Okay, let's see. Okay, Ibn Abbas, let's see. 7, and then we got to go 80 to 84. But you got to do it one verse at a time because I want to do this one verse at a time. So, and Lot, we sent Lot to his people, and we said to his folk, "Will you commit abomination, sodomy, as no other creature ever did this act before you?" Then 81. Lo, you come with lust. You find more lust unto men in men's behinds instead of women, instead of the of women. Nay, but you wanton folk in idolatry, you transgress the lawful from that which is prohibited. Okay, 82. And the answer of his people was only that they should say to one another, turn them out, Lot and his two daughters, Zora and Ratha, of your township. They are folk, forsooth, who keep pure, who avoid the behinds of men and women. Yo boye, who avoid the behinds of men and women. Yo boye. This is Muhammad's cousin, you guys. So it was a family thing. We rescued Lot and his daughters, Zorah and Ratha, saved his wife of those who stayed behind and was therefore destroyed. And this is the last verse here. And we rained down upon them. We sent down travelers and homosexual stones from heaven. And Muhammad, the nature of the consequence for evildoers, the end result was the idolaters' destruction. Okay, so those are Muhammad's cousins. That's what they have to say about this situation. So, okay, let's look here. Let's look at a couple things here. This is a hadith. Now, it was narrated by Ibn Abbas. Whoever you find doing the action of the people of Lot, kill the one who does it and the one to whom it is done. Kill the one who does it and the one who is done. من وجدتمونه يعمل عمل قوم لوط فاقتلوا الفاعل والمفعول به. In modern lingo, that's the top and the bottom, and kill both of them. Does Mayor Mamdani know that his religion teaches this? That's the reason why we have this right here. The tour of the roof of the Empire State Building. Okay, it's going to be a special luncheon. Okay, let's look at what else it says. Ahmed 29:15 narrated from Ibn Abbas that the Prophet said, may peace and blessings be on him, said, may Allah curse the one who does the actions of the people of Lut. May Allah curse the one who does the action of the people of Lut. 3 times. This was classed as Hasan by Shu'aib al-Arnaut in Tahqiq al-Musnad. Okay, so 3 times he says, may Allah curse the one who does the action of the people of Lut, even though he was kind of, okay. 2, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Okay, let's see. Where's number 3? Let's see. I think this was it. Because of the evil consequences of homosexuality are among the worst of evil consequences, so its punishment is one of the most severe of punishment in this world and in the hereafter. Okay, let's see. Number 4. Narrated from Khalid ibn Walid. Boy, what a fine person he was. That he found a man among the Arab tribes with whom men would have intercourse as with the women. He wrote to Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, that's the first caliph, may Allah be pleased with him. And Abu Bakr consulted the companions, may Allah be pleased with them. Ali ibn Abi Talib had the strongest opinion of them all, and he said, no one did that but one of the nations. And you know what Allah did to them? I think that he should be burned with fire. So Abu Bakr wrote to Khalid, and he had him burned. He had him burned with fire. He had him burned with fire. Okay, so is this a reality? I mean, the first Muslim, and you know, I'm asking Muslims, what do you think about this? Is this Islamic? Is it Islamic what Mamdani is doing when he's doing all this Islamic stuff? Ramadan, going to the mosque and praying, you know, and then doing this? Just asking, okay? Ibn Abbas derived this had punishment from the punishment that Allah sent upon the homosexuals of the people of Lut. Okay. This is very scary, you guys. Let's see this. Okay. Let's see. Number 6. It was narrated from some of them that he should be taken up to the highest place in the town and thrown down from it, to be followed with stones, as Allah did to the people of Lut. This was narrated from Ibn Abbas. According to the other report, he is to be stoned. So that's why I have this, to the highest building in the town and to be thrown off. That's what Ibn Abbas, Muhammad's cousin, said. Okay, he should be taken up to the highest place in the town and thrown down from it. So that's what Muhammad said. That's what the hadith says. And so you got to wonder, how is Mamdani doing all these things? And do Muslims approve of it? Do Muslims consider this Islamic? Let's ask Grok. Okay. Let's ask Grok. What has been the reaction among Muslims to Mayor Mamdani appointing a trans director for New York City? Muslims to Mayor Mamdani appointing a trans director for New York City. Okay, it's not working. It's doing the wrong thing. See. What has been the reaction among Muslims to Mayor Mamdani appointing a trans director for New York City? What has been the reaction among New York City among Muslims to Mayor Mamdani appointing a trans director for New York City?
Checking reactions from NYC Muslims to the appointment. Give me a sec.
Not just New York City Muslims, all Muslims.
Checking reactions to Mayor Mamdani's appointment. Let's see what folks are saying. The reaction from Muslim communities, both in New York City and broader, to Mayor Zohran Mamdani appointing Taylor Brown, a trans woman, as director of the new Office of LGBTQIA+ Affairs has been pretty polarized, mostly online and from conservative voices. From what shows up, there's no big official statement from groups like CARE or local mosques directly praising or slamming it. CARE celebrated Mamdani's win as historic for Muslims back in November, but nothing specific on this yet. Same with Islamic centers, silent so far. But on X, Twitter, a lot of right-wing and anti-Muslim accounts are mocking it hard. calling Mamdani a fraud or hypocrite for being Muslim while pushing LGBTQ plus stuff. They say it's against Islam, point to rooftop punishments or taqiyya, deception, and joke he'd never take her to a mosque. Some even say deport him. Here's a couple quick examples. One post calls it bizarre behavior for a devout Muslim. Another accuses him of promoting trans Jewish degeneracy while being groomed. On the flip side, progressive Muslims or allies seem quiet or supportive indirectly. Mamdani's always leaned left, campaigned on inclusion, and this fits his platform. No mass backlash from NYC's huge Muslim population, over 1 million people reported in news yet. Coverage focuses on the historic trans angle, not religious pushback. Overall, it's more right-wing outrage than community uproar. Feels amplified by Islamophobia debates. If more pops up from imams or orgs, it'll probably hit headlines fast. Here's the press conference shot for context. And Taylor Brown at the podium. Mamdani himself hasn't directly addressed Muslim-specific criticism on this. His focus is celebrating queer New Yorkers.
Is it possible that Mamdani himself is queer?
Checking on that right now. Nah, nothing points to Zohran Mamdani being queer. Public records, news, and his own life story all show he's straight and happily married. He met his wife, Rama Dawaji, an artist on Hinge back.
His wife supports, she's kind of pro-terror, isn't she?
Checking on Rama Dawaji's views real quick. Nah, calling her pro-terror is a stretch. It's more like she's got strong pro-Palestine views that some folks twist into support for Hamas. From what came out last week, around March 6 to 7, 2026, Rama Dawaji, like the artist illustrator, liked a bunch of Instagram posts right after October 7th, 2023. Stuff calling the attack collective liberation or resistance, and one dismissing rape reports as a mass hoax. She also drew art for a book by Susan Abul Hawa, who uses harsh language like Jewish supremacist vampires or cockroaches for Israelis. Though Mamdani said she didn't know the full context, booked it through a third party, and called that rhetoric reprehensible. No direct I love Hamas or funding terrorism. It's social media likes and freelance work. But critics, Fox, New York Post, Jewish Insider, blast it as celebrating terror. Mamdani's defended her as a private person, says he condemns Hamas outright, and called October 7th war crimes. She stayed quiet. No apology or big statement yet. Here's her in a recent portrait. Looks like a chill illustrator type. And them together at an event. Super couple energy. Their wedding pics went viral too. Nothing screams terror there. Bottom line.
You're going to defend her no matter what she thinks, right?
But
Just show. Yeah, so Grok. Dude, Elon Musk made Grok, man. Couldn't he have done a better job, man? Just like going to defend her to the, no matter what. So, yeah. Okay, let me just ask about that too. There's somebody. I'm curious. I don't know about that whole Epstein. What is the situation? What is the situation about Epstein's mother? Jeffrey Epstein, and Mamdani's mother.
Let me check that connection real quick. There's no real connection between Jeffrey Epstein's mom, Pauline Paula Epstein, a Brooklyn school aide who died in 2004, and Zohran Mamdani's mom, filmmaker Mira Nair. Zero family ties, no shared history. Epstein's mom was just a regular New Yorker raising him and his brother.
Jeffrey
Digging into that Epstein-Mira-Nair thing real quick. No real link between Jeffrey Epstein and Mira Nair. His mom was Pauline Epstein, a school worker from Brooklyn, totally unrelated to Nair. The buzz is just from those January 2026 Epstein file drops. A 2009 email from publicist Peggy Siegel mentions Nair attending an after-party at Ghislaine Maxwell's townhouse. It was for Nair's own movie Amelia premiere. Think Hollywood networking, not shady stuff. Clinton, Bezos, others were name-dropped too. No evidence she knew Epstein personally or did anything wrong. Here's Mira Nair looking sharp in a recent shot. Classic director energy. And another one, all smiles. Trolls spun it into wild conspiracies, like AI fakes showing little Zoran with Epstein. Debunked everywhere. Reuters called him synthetic. Check this one. Total fabrication, but it went viral claiming family ties. Real family pic? Zoran with Mira and Dad Mahmood. Zero Epstein vibes. For context, here's Nair at the Amelia premiere with Hilary Swank. Normal celeb event. No Maxwell visible. Bottom line, 6 degrees of separation crap, amplified by politics. No blood relation, no scandal. Just bad optics from a party invite.
Would you defend a Christian as strong as you defend Muslims?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd defend any group getting unfairly smeared, whether Christian, Muslim, Jewish, atheist, whatever. If someone's twisting facts about Christianity, like saying all Christians are pro-violence because of Old Testament stories, or linking every believer to crusades, I'd call that out too. Same way I push back on Islamophobia tropes. It's not about favoritism, it's about accuracy. People deserve nuance, not stereotypes. If you want to test me, throw a claim about Christians, I'll fact check it just as hard.
I doubt it. So anyway, she's on her, Aisha GBT. She went full Muslim. Yeah, it says don't go full Muslim. Well, Grok has gone full Muslim. So yeah. Anyway, all right. The last thing, and I think, by the way, for those of you who didn't see it, I think you have the right to see this.
Jesus is the Messiah, and I am a Christian.
Just so you know, you saw it here, you guys. You won't see it anywhere else. So anyway, how long would it take for someone who is thrown off the Empire State Building to hit the ground?
Physics check. Let's calculate that drop. Assuming a straight drop from the Empire State Building's popular 86th floor observation deck, about 320 meters, 1,050 feet up. Ignoring air resistance, it'd take roughly 8.8 seconds to hit the ground. From the higher 102nd floor deck, closer to 9.5 seconds. The building's full roof height is around 381 meters without the spire. That's pure free fall math. Time equals square root of 2 times height over gravity. No parachute, no wind, just gravity pulling at 9.8 meters per second squared. Real life? Air drag slows you a bit, maybe adds a second or two, and you'd hit terminal velocity around 55 meters per second. Still deadly. Here's the view from the 86th floor. Imagine the drop. And from the 102nd, way higher. For the physics side, think of it like this velocity curve. Speed ramps up fast. Crazy how quick it feels, right?
How long would it take to hit the ground if you're thrown off of the Chrysler Building?
Quick physics check incoming. Let's do this. From the roof of the Chrysler Building, that's about 319 meters, 1,046 feet tall, including the spire. You'd hit the ground in roughly 8.1 seconds if we ignore air resistance. Real talk. Drag kicks in quick for a person, so it'd stretch to maybe 8 or 9 seconds total, hitting around 55 meters per second. Still instant lights out. No observation deck up there anymore. It closed ages ago, though they're talking about reopening one lower down. But picture this drop. Here's the dizzying skyline view from near the top. Those streets look tiny. And another angle. Sunset glow over Manhattan. Way up. Physics is brutal. Same formula as Empire State, just a hair shorter. Don't try it.
How long would it take to hit the ground if you fell off of the One World Trade Center?
Quick calc coming up. Hold on. From the roof of One World Trade Center, about 417 meters, 1,368 feet up, you'd hit ground in roughly 9.2 seconds without air resistance. With real drag, terminal velocity around 53 meters per second for a human, it's closer to 10.6 seconds. If we're talking the full tip top with spire, 541 meters, no drag math gives 10.5 seconds. Drag pushes it to about 13 seconds. Either way, brutal. Way faster than it feels staring down. Check this vertigo shot from the observatory, around level 102, still high up. Streets look like toys. And another angle, pure drop horror. Gravity doesn't mess around.
So there you have it, you guys. This is serious business. The just like what is it? Is this the one right here? Oops. No, this one. It was narrated by Ibn Abbas that he should be taken up to the highest place in town and thrown down from it. Now, I'm not saying anyone would do it now, but just kind of an interesting thought, why is Mamdani doing this? And and Muslims are being very quiet about it. They're being very quiet about it. They're not saying anything. It's just like, oh, he's a politician, I haven't even heard that. Let me see if there has been Muslim reactions. You expect him to say something to Mamdani appointing a trans director. Okay. Name's Dude in Dress as head. Okay. This is let's look at this story right here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to read this, but this looks kind of funny. But it says, How to Understand Mamdani, the Muslim at the Gay Bar. Some conservatives have attacked New York City Mamdani as a radical Islamist. He refused to say Hamas should disarm, noted one writer at the Federals. He won't condemn the extreme phrase, globalize the Intifada. He seeks associations with Brooklyn imams who encourage jihad. On the other hand, he has also been critiqued for his hard left for a sexual revolutionary, queer liberation. There's a clash between these critiques. Is Mamdani going to impose Sharia law, or is he radically pro-gay and pro-transgender? Many of his supporters have pointed out this contradiction. Jill Filipovich, you guys, this is getting scary. The evidence is in. Not only is Mamdani going to force all New Yorkers to become Muslims, he's going to force all New Yorkers to become gay Muslims. Okay, this is when Mamdani showed up at the gay bar. Please don't be gross. You know, to tell you the truth, I think he's probably more at home with that gay bar than with in a mosque. He just is so natural here. At the mosque, he's kind of like cardboard and imitating everybody around him like he doesn't know what he's supposed to do. But here, he's just like, I'm not saying he's gay, but I'm just saying he's very at home. It seems more at ease in a gay bar than in a mosque, from what I've seen, based on what I've seen. So, anyway, yes. So, yeah. But you know, this is the same pattern. This is the same pattern that was used in Iran when Khomeini came in. He linked arms with the communists, that's the leftists of Iran, and took over the country. And then when he, let's just look. Actually, I'd like to talk to you. I wonder if Grok will be honest about this. What did Khomeini do to the left? What did Khomeini do to the leftists after he got power in Iran?
Quick rundown on Khomeini's crackdown on leftists. Coming right up. After the 1979 Iranian Revolution, Ayatollah Khomeini, once backed by a broad coalition including leftists, communists, and secular groups, quickly turned on them to consolidate Islamist power. Leftists helped topple the Shah, thinking they'd get a socialist-leaning setup, but Khomeini saw them as threats. By mid-1980, he started purging, banning parties, censoring papers, closing universities. Here's the crowds in Tehran back then. Leftists mixed in with Islamists, all chanting for change. And another shot, revolutionaries everywhere, including Tudeh party folks, Iran's communists. By 1981, executions ramped up, hundreds shot as enemies of Islam or saboteurs. Groups like the People's Mojahedin, MEK, leftist Islamist mix, and Tudeh got hit hard. Then came the big one, 1988 massacres. Khomeini issued a fatwa ordering death for steadfast political prisoners, mostly MEK, but thousands from secular leftists too. Death commissions grilled them in Evin and Gohardasht prisons. If they wouldn't repent, hangings followed. Estimates, 5,000 to 10,000 killed. Some say 30,000 total over years. Bodies dumped in mass graves. Memorials today show the faces, young activists, poets, students. And this wall of victims, leftists among them. It was brutal, torture, quick trials, no mercy. Khomeini called them apostates or hypocrites. Leftists who'd allied with him got betrayed worst. Still a raw wound in Iran.
Is that the future of New York City?
Good question. Let's see what folks are saying. If you're asking whether Zoran Mamdani's NYC affordable housing push, universal childcare, tax hikes on the rich is the future, well, it's his vision, and he's rolling it out now. But it's no sure thing. He's been mayor since January 1st, 2026. And yeah, he's delivering on promises. Just this week, he expanded 3K spots by over 1,000, froze some rent hikes, and started cracking down on sidewalk sheds. Supporters see it as a progressive reset, making the city livable again for working folks, not just billionaires. Here's him waving at the inauguration. Crowd going
Yeah,
wild.
but what
And
about
another
his
shot.
alliance with Muslim Islamists?
Let's clear this up quick. There's no real alliance.
Are Islamists controlling him?
Checking on Mamdani's Islamist ties. Quick search. Nah, Zoran Mamdani isn't controlled by Islamists. There's no evidence he's a puppet or has secret handlers. His campaign got big support from Muslim American donors, like over 80% small ones, per activist Linda Sarsour, and groups like CARE were his top institutional backers. They helped mobilize voters, especially after his pro-Palestine stance. Here's Linda Sarsour speaking at a rally.
But
She's been vocal about that.
isn't her mass funding case?
Hold up. You mean Zoran Mamdani tied to Hamas funding? Let me check that.
No. You said CARE supported him. Isn't CARE a co-conspirator in the terrorist funding network?
Let's clear this up quick. No, CARE, Council on American Islamic Relations, isn't a co-conspirator in any active Hamas funding case. It's an old label from the 2007 to 2008 Holy Land Foundation trial, and even that got walked back. Back then, the government put CARE on an unindicted co-conspirators list, basically saying they had ties to the Muslim Brotherhood network that funneled cash to Hamas through HLF, a charity shut down for terrorism support. But here's the key. It was never charged, never convicted, and courts ruled the public list violated due process. Fifth Circuit said it was unfair. No trial, no defense. CARE calls it a smear. Critics say early founders had shady links, like Ghassan Elashi, CARE Texas guy, convicted on HLF stuff. Today, still legal, still lobbying. FBI cut ties for a bit, but no federal terror designation. States like Texas and Florida tried labeling it terrorist in 2025, 2026. Abbott, DeSantis, but judges blocked them. Free speech, no proof. Congress has bills to ban it, but nothing sticks. On Mamdani, yeah, CARE backed him big through their Unity and Justice Fund, maybe 100K, 120K via PACs, per reports. Linda Sarsour hyped it as their top donor. But it's campaign cash, not funding network. They're a civil rights group pushing Muslim voters, not wiring money to Gaza.
Right. Okay, so anyway, guys, let me just show you the picture one more time before we end. We're almost made it to an hour. It's Mamdani and Trans Director tour the roof of the Empire State Building. So, I mean, she was pretty, even though Grok was very Islamist, she was pretty clear that what Khomeini did, because he also came in on the, pro-leftist, there's marriage of leftists and Islamists in Iran. And as soon as he consolidated power, he turned on the leftists and killed them, slaughtered them. And so right now, we're at least the first part of it is similar. The Islamist leftist coalition in New York City. And so anyway, but the Bible says there's no power but of God, and the powers that be ordained of God. And so and we are not of this world. We have no abiding city down here. That's what the Bible says. You have no abiding city down here. We have the heavenly New Jerusalem. And so Mamdani can, I hope he gets saved. I just pray for him that he gets saved. We're supposed to pray for our leaders. So that's what the Bible says. So anyway, all right, you guys. Well, shoot, we made it to 50 minutes. I didn't think we'd make it that far. So anyway, just one more time, just so you guys know that you saw it here.
Jesus is the Messiah, and I am a Christian.
Okay. You saw it. Okay. All right, you guys. Are there any Muslims here, just in case, before I go, because we are only 50 minutes, meaning I still got 10 minutes before I reach an hour. Just in case we have a Muslim here who'd like to come up, we welcome you. There's the link. If you're a Muslim, you're welcome to come up. And unindicted co-conspirator care. So I don't know. All right, you guys. Well, if there's nobody here, I pray for him. Yep, pray for him to accept Christ. That's all. And for the Lord to touch his heart. They are more shy than you are. Muslims, don't be shy. Come up and explain why your Muhammad lived with an effeminate. I see that there's some of the other issues about Muhammad being so, was he overcompensating? It's one thing we didn't really talk about, but there is. See, did that come up yet? See. تحية الكلب. Yeah, boy. All right. Well, you guys, I think we'll go ahead and call it a night. Thank you guys for being here. And if you haven't done it, please do it now. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. يسوع ساعدني. يسوع سامحني. يسوع ادخل قلبي. I just wanted to ask Truth Defender one thing. I heard something about you being with. Somebody said something about you being with what is it called? That debate group. That group that does debates. The one that does all those big debates with Muslims and Christian. They said that you were going to be actually doing one of them. Let me look for that 6834. Okay. 34. Okay. Yes. um, you're with what is that? Modern day debates? Were you going to do something on modern day debates? So I thought I heard somebody say something about that. Are you going to be on it? And who are you going to be debating? And what are you going to be debating? Or is it not sure? I'm not sure. You're saying not sure? Because if you do a debate, we'd like to do a review after it's done. Yeah, the Lewis debate. Oh, I was at the conference last year in Ohio. Oh, okay. Are you going to be doing a debate? I thought I understood that you were going to be doing a debate. Because I'd love to have you on to do a review afterwards. But nothing. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Shoot. That would have been cool, man. Just, well, it's going to happen. Yeah. You, dude, you have so much, man. You got so much material, so much excellent slides and stuff like that, man. You know, I don't know if God hasn't put it on your heart to do your own channel or to do, a live stream. I don't know, but it seems like you just you have so much excellent material. You ought to do, you know what you ought to do, Truth Defender? You ought to do like, I'm going to start sharing my slides, maybe every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or something like that, or twice a week, maybe, and just do one of your slide presentations and just say, this is on this, to do it. And if any Muslims want to come up and talk about it, here's, because dude, you got so much, man. You got so many excellent topics and so many excellent resources. So would love to see you do that. Dude, don't give me shy, man. You're you got such excellent materials, so, and sources. I mean, you got sources that I don't hear anybody talking about some of the sources that you use. I mean, some of the stuff you use, the Arabic stuff, I don't hear anybody using it, so yeah, well, we'll keep praying for you, man, that overcome your shyness and white teeth. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if God's not telling you to do it, that's one thing, but I can't imagine he's not telling you to do it. I can't imagine he's not telling you to do it, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's happened before. All right, you guys. Well, dude, I almost made it to the whole.
Jesus is the Messiah, and I am a Christian.
I hope I don't get sued for that, by the way. So, oh, what are women going to get in Jannah?
The question about the Hur al-Ain. He said the men in Jannah, we know, will be receiving Hur al-Ain. But what about the women? What do they receive?
Well, we are told that they will only receive their husband and one single person. Because by default, women can only love one man. Subhanallah, by nature, Allah created them unable to love more than one man. But Allah created men to have the capability of loving more than one woman. And we are told, and we believe Allah, and all the sisters should have their trust in Allah, that they will be satisfied in paradise. They should not doubt Allah's generosity and reward to them. And having said that, I would have expected this question to come from a sister, not from a brother. So I would have thought that the brother should be happy. But again, it's a valid question. We're told that men are to get their wives in paradise. And by the way, the human wives are far superior in beauty and in status to the man than the Hur al-Ain. The Hur al-Ain are considered to be as servants. But the wife, the human wife that was in this world with you, is far superior in beauty and in status.
That means that these Huris are slaves. There is slavery in Al-Jannah. In Muhammad's paradise, there is slavery. And so just think about that, man. It's like, and here, look, there's happy Khamenei. Let's just real quickly here look just to make sure that nothing has happened Wow, we've been Straits of Hormuz is open to everyone, but U.S. and Israel. Uh-oh, Detroit synagogue attack shows danger of justifying violence against Jews. What? There was a Detroit synagogue attack? The terror attack at Temple? Okay. One clear response, horror. Okay, yeah. So, all right, you guys, thank you for being with us. Have a great night and a great tomorrow. Make sure and go to church. God bless you. Thanks.